What's up, guys? I'm back again. Welcome back. It's been about a week or so. About a week ago. My OBS is being weird, and I do not get a preview of what I'm recording right now, so hopefully this footage won't be lost to time forever. Anyways, let's get down to business. I have a clipboard. That's change number 1. I've been writing down what I want to do and things I need to talk about at the start of the video. So, update time. It's your news update with Farley. Still workshopping the name there, but anyways. So first things first, Traveler's Boots. So somebody, a lovely commenter, last week left a comment on the video saying I should look into getting the nanosuit boots of the Traveler. And my god, they were right. People had mentioned this to me a long time ago, but obviously I couldn't make them yet. It wasn't that difficult in all honesty. I had to do a little bit of Thaumcraft. It was some infusions. So I had to do this infusion with these, and I had to do that infusion with these, and then those. So it was a little bit, only took me a few hours, like last Tuesday or something. But my god, the reward for that has been nuts. Let me press this button here, speed boost. I can do 4 different levels of it, and suddenly I am very fast. And maybe the best part about it is if I drink my flight potions, it works in the air as well. So I'm suddenly a speed demon, as they say. I think overall, Thaumcraft, huge pain in the butt, but it's paying dividends these days. It's finally worth it, very much so. It's a bit less exciting now that I can fly, but I also have a jump boost from these boots, so I can jump real high, or, you know, just a little bit high. Whatever I want. I've been keeping this like 50%. But yeah, so I'm really fast now. That's been amazing to have. So thank you to that commenter. I would look up your name, but my internet is down right now, so I can't. I usually keep the speed boost about a 50%. It's a bit more manageable, particularly trying to go up and down the elevator. If I have it higher than 50%, I end up missing it a bunch, and then I look stupid. I don't like looking stupid. Next up, HV Miner blew up. Let me check that off. So there was a bit of a tragedy. Maybe you can't particularly tell because the grass is regrown, but this is in fact a crater from an explosion. And if you couldn't tell from that, perhaps you can tell from the abandoned mining pipes here that were just minding their business going all the way down. But yeah, long story short, I haven't played GT&H in a while, and I forgot you can't leave machines out into the open with no roof. If it rains, they go boom. So that was 1 compressed chest, 1 HV miner, and a medium combustion generator gone, which sucks. And I would have re-rolled it, but honestly, I didn't notice that it happened at the time, so I don't even know when it happened. But yeah, RIP to that. Unfortunate. But the lesson reminded me to cover up miners, so this one is now running safe and sound. I've got it on a gold vein for the gold and the iron and stuff. I'm actually running a little bit low on iron, which hasn't happened in a very long time, thanks to the B stuff, but, you know, it's still good to have. Anyway, so that occurred. Unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Thankfully, HV stuff's really not that expensive anymore. Never thought the day would come, but here we are. Check that off, and then finally, PDIM. Yeah, but, oh, I threw my clipboard on the ground. So I've been slowly doing the PDIM building. I was debating if I should show you guys or not before it's done. I was gonna do a big reveal, but whatever, you've seen it now. I figure I'll just show you guys as it's happening, because this is gonna take a very long time, and I'll probably change it, you know, a few times if I had to guess. But anyways, I'm going for a rustic look, and I think some people will like this and some people will really hate this, because I did use like a rusted metal almost for the technical block chisel version. But I don't know, I like it. I think it keeps the purple in there for my colors. Oh, I'm in offline mode. I'm a Steve skin, I just realized punching the air. It's got the purple, it's got some leaves in there, some wood obviously, just keeps things not feeling too clinical. And it does look a little bit familiar to the build I made in the overworld for like the lower levels of the factory. But you know what? I only have so much creativity when it comes to building, so it is a little bit different. But anyways, I'm pretty happy with it so far, at least. I've only made like 1 corridor, as you can see. But in this process, I also learned about a very powerful tool that I'm so happy to have learned about called Schematica, which is apparently in GT&H. I didn't know it. I just popped open all the windows, but basically, I was trying to figure out how I can mass build this, because I'm going to need a whole lot of these. This is going to be like the foundation of the rest of the dimension here, so going to be doing a lot of it. And you do it with Schematica. So basically, you open this window. That's the wrong window. Can't be looking at anything for some reason, but you open this window, you click red point, and then that's going to put a thingy. Oh wait, you can't see it. Here we go. I had to turn on this button. But yeah, so you go where you want to put it, you press red point, moves the square there, blue point moves it there, and it's going to copy whatever is inside of those squares whenever you lock it in. So like if I wanted to copy this chunk, oh, by the way, it is all built to match the chunk size, so don't fear. It's going to be very awesome. But anyways, if I wanted to copy the hallway here, I would move, so this is the red square, I move it over with this, so now it's on that wood. The blue one, I put it all the way over here on the top bit. This isn't perfect, obviously, I'm just like showing you for demonstration's sake. And then I move that to the edge of the chunk as well. And then if I save it, I'll just call it like example or something. Save that schematic. Then over here, I can load example. Bada bing, bada boom. There's this huge ghost structure in the middle of the world. And I can manipulate it in the same way. I can put it wherever I need it to go. Maybe I should make a tutorial on this as well. I guess I'm kind of doing it right now. So I line that up, and then if I like wanted it to just continue off of this existing one, I just move it all the way down here. Bada bing, bada boom. Actually, I think it's one more. Yeah, there we go. Or something like that. Anyways, I don't think I copied it perfectly. The point being, I can do that and then much more easily mass copy this hallway. And the coolest part, I'm not going to do it, but if I turn this on right now, the printer mode or whatever, if I have the blocks that I need to build this in my inventory, as I walk near it, it will automatically place all the blocks for me. So it is really, really cool. Maybe my favorite mod ever now. So just got promoted from didn't even know it existed to my favorite. So anyways, that's my plans for the PDIM. It's looking pretty cool, coming along slowly but surely. Will definitely be a long process, but you know. And then for the floors, like these areas off of the hallway here, I want to put like big open computers signs that says like what's in each room, but that'll be later on. And then the actual production floors, I'm using the lave or lave, whatever these are called, floors. Mostly because if something does start on fire or explodes or something like that, I know there's a lot of wood in this, so I don't want to put wood on these floors. But these areas will be where like the actual machines and stuff live. And then on the outside, I kind of didn't know what I was doing yet whenever I started placing all of this, so it's a bit weird here. I'm still figuring this part out. I might just leave it open, honestly. But I did put some grass and trees as well. I'm trying to make it feel very nice and not gross and mechanical everywhere. That's the goal anyways. So yeah, eventually I'll probably put like main power generation somewhere around here at the center, and then probably gonna do like a main bus type of thing where this will be the main line, and then each area here will like make a new thing that then the parts farther down the line will need to make use of. We'll figure it out. I'm not 100% sure, and obviously E82 will need to be going all over the world. But yeah, that's the vision. So this will be a work in progress for the foreseeable future. Then as for power, I did some research. So I'm going to be going for the vacuum reactor, which is basically a nuclear reactor with a vacuum freezer. What is it called? It is a vacuum freezer. Look at me go. And basically, I don't know, it's complicated. I'll show you whenever I get to it. I started making the stuff for that, but it's going to be pretty involved as it turns out. So not doing that today. And then I'm going to make a Lapatronic superconductor to hold all my power, which will also be a pretty involved process, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And then it gets really interesting whenever I make the Extreme Entity Crusher, because then I can automate stab alloy or stabaloy or stabaloy. I don't know what you call this. I'm gonna call it stab alloy. I don't care if it's right. So TLDR, we're gonna go nuclear. It's going to be a long process to get all this stuff. It's all expensive, but eventually I'm gonna do that. But I'm realizing I need a whole lot of resources for that. So today's episode, I think this is maybe the 5th or so rendition of automated ore processing. We're doing it again, baby. Now I know I probably could do it with E82 and it'd probably be better, but I'm still a little cheap on titanium at the moment. I have been trying to mass produce it. It's just a very slow process. Here it is. I've got 44,000 titanium tetrachloride. For reference, each 1,000 of this equals 1 titanium. If I put it in there with 2 magnesium dust, it blasts furnaces out. So a pretty slow process. It's not great. I've been running this very crappy makeshift ore processing for a while with the ilmenite, because that was a good source of rutile that I found. But it's just really slow. And it's obvious to me that I'm going to need a crap load of titanium for pretty much everything. Oh yeah, that was why I wasn't doing the nuclear reactor yet, because it needs dense titanium plates, and each one of these is 9 titanium for 1 dense plate. And I think the math was I need 9 of these reactor chambers. So 18 times 9, it's going to be a lot of titanium. And that's just for one reactor, by the way, which isn't even like that much power in the grand scheme of things. So I need a whole bunch of titanium, which means I'm going to have to do a whole lot of ore processing, which means I should just go ahead and make it better. So I've kind of set up the initial outline of what it looks like. I'm following the wiki's recommendation on how to do this. This is like the MV tier one, but if you have the resources to do this at MV, you are better than me, clearly. But now I think I can afford it. So I'll put in the actual parts and then I'll explain how this works to my understanding. Okay, so here's the first example. This is not even close to done, obviously. But this is the input chest for everything. In essence, you should be able to put literally anything in here and it go where it needs to go and get processed all the way down to dust. If I put in some dust here that there was nothing else to do to it, like it couldn't be centrifuged or anything, it should just go straight down here to the output chest. This will eventually hook up into E82 and just send it right into my network, but, you know, baby steps. That is because this is priority 0. So if there's nowhere else for it to go, it'll go into here. That was wrong. Now it's right. But along the way, I have these low voltage recipe filters. So this first one's for macerator. This little block is the macerator block. So if I'm understanding it correctly, anything that can be macerated will go here. Full disclosure, on the website, they had 4 of these set up a little bit differently than this. I'm not sure if I need to do that or not, but I'm going to try this setup first because it seems like it would work. And this is set to priority 1, so higher priority than this. So things that get pulled out of this input chest, it's going to always try to put them in here. It'll only do it if they can be macerated. Otherwise, they go back down to output for now. But there will be other steps later on. But if it can be macerated, it goes in here to this buffer chest, which will probably need to be a bigger chest, but, you know, for now. And then, following the green extraction, it will go into any of these macerators. This is supposed to be set to round robin, and it is. So it's going to pick one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. You could theoretically put like 9 macerators here, and it should work fine. I'm pretty sure. Then, on the red channel, it should get pulled out of the macerator and put into this other buffer chest, which then gets pulled out, still in priority 1. I'm not sure if it needs to be or not, but whatever. And put back down onto the main line. So at that point, we go back down, and then this one will be like the ore washing setup. It's going to look exactly like this. But instead of macerators here, there will be ore washers here. And this is an ore washer in this filter. So anything that can be ore washed will then go into here, into the washers, back out, into the buffer, back down the main line. And then there will be another macerator line, and then there will be a centrifuge line, and then it should be done. I'm thinking that's all I need to do here. Again, usually I'm wrong. So, you know, exploratory, we'll figure it out. But that's the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up fully, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I was doing it, and I think I had a bit of an aha moment with these filters and whatnot, because colors, you know, very colorful, very cool. Basically, everything on this line is green, so it goes into these, and they all have priority 1 because they don't need to be a higher priority than the other one. If something can't be macerated, it should always be macerated before it gets washed or centrifuged, whatever, blah, 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 blah. The macerator channel I have set to green right here on this side because these are technically 2 separate networks thanks to these chests here that separate them from the voltage. Actually, I guess even these will be the ones that separate it. This is just for the buffer. Anyways, things that can be macerated on this side of the world can be green, and that's fine. So macerators go into the green channels. The red channels that come out, they go all the way back into the beginning chest. This is the part that I changed. I'm not sure if it's smart to put them all the way back in the beginning chest or not, but I don't want to have to make 2 macerator modules, and I think I could just get by with the 1 with this, is my thinking anyways. Ore washing, I have set to the brown channel, so things come out of this chest, and they only go to the brown channel, which is only washers. They can't go into the macerators. They can't go into here because that's red. They can't go into here because it's blue. They should only go here, if I'm understanding this correctly. And then they come out red. Red goes all the way back to the all the way back down to there. And finally, same thing over here, centrifuge. It's blue channel. They can come out of here. They can only go into here. So I think with this setup, everything that comes in goes to the right place it needs to go, and then it goes all the way back to the beginning chest. And then the process continues until eventually it can't go into any of these things. Therefore, it's done being processed, and it goes all the way into the output. Potentially adding an electrolyzer at the end here because that's another thing that I need to do for some dust. But for now, I think this is going to work. I hope this is going to work. I'm praying this is going to work. This probably isn't going to work. But all I got to do now is give electricity to all this stuff, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're all hooked up. Quite precariously, might I say. This is all still from the same line, so not incredibly safe, but I already did backup, so it's fine. Let's get an ore, stack of ilmenite, and, you know, for science, let's go. Goes in, macerating. Evenly macerating using both of them, hell yeah. That goes back into here. Sucked out immediately. Holy crap. They lost it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Problem spotted. Why is crushed going over there? Ah, shit. I've been foiled. I forgot that you can just macerate it twice without the washing step. I also forgot to give water to the washer, so this was kind of a doomed test run no matter what was going to happen. Okay, let me think this one through. Okay, the fix was actually really simple. I just had to change the priority. So now this is a priority 2, which is higher than 1. Spoiler alert. And I set this one to 3 as well, although I don't think this one really matters. Anyways, now if it can get centrifuged, or washed rather, it'll prioritize that over the macerate, and I don't think that's gonna have any other problems, hopefully. Also, this has water now. So, test run number 2. Let's put in a couple of regular ore again. Those get macerated, unsurprisingly. I don't know why it chose this one twice, but that's fine. Oh, it probably transported them together as a package. Anyways. Okay, and then it went to the washer. Hell yeah, and then this should go back to the macerator next. Okay, I don't know where it went. Oh, it appeared briefly. Oh dear. Purified ended up in the output chest somehow. What is happening here? I'm confused. I never actually set the filter for the centrifuge line. Okay, so now that should be centrifuging. I think everything else worked right. This looks mostly right. Let me put this down here. There we go. Get centrifuged. Okay, I think this is actually working now, dare I say. Let's try it again. I'll do one and then another one. Whoa, what was that? Anyways. Okay, they're both going. Then, yep, ends up in the wash. Very slowly for now, but we'll upgrade it. It's fine. And then the wash. Uh-oh, got stone dust. Why is stone dust in here? Well, it can be centrifuged. Why? Oh, you need 36. Oh, dear. Okay, I might need to make an override for stone dust. I think that's the only one that would be weird here. Or is that even a problem? I might be okay with it building up there and then just centrifuging. This might be fine, actually, because the second slot is still available. And we have this huge buffers. And, you know, maybe it is time that I start centrifuging stone dust, because I have so much. And there's some good stuff in here. I think for now, I'm going to leave it. But anyways, this seems to be functional as far as I can tell. The main benefit of it over the past iterations of ore processing that I've done is that it's expandable. You know, like I can just upgrade it. If I don't have enough macerators, just add more macerators. One more item conduit, you've doubled the production just that fast. Like it's kind of nuts. I'm very excited about it because now hopefully I won't have to leave the game running 24 hours overnight just to do a few stacks of something on like the Steam setup downstairs. So I think immediately I'm gonna have to upgrade the washing module, probably with another couple of ore washers. Let's see how painful that's going to be. Oh, by the way, I did make I think half a stack of HV circuits previously, so still got those for now anyways. Probably about to use most of them. All right, let's try to make 2 more washers for now. Oh, we're out of gold cable. Rats. There we go. 2 advanced ore washing plant. 2. I said it earlier, but yeah, HV stuff actually pretty easy for me to make at this point, you know? Seems like it took a very long time to get to that point, but here we are. No complaints from me. I could probably condense this all quite a bit if I just did 1 row like this instead of having it be 2 rows. I don't think there's really any benefit to doing it. I guess I save in energy or item conduits, not energy. But I mean, who cares? Okay, those 2 should be set up now. So we just tripled our ore washing capabilities. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep up. It's still the slowest machine out of the bunch, but you know, we'll see how this rate does. Might need to upgrade the centrifuge, maybe even the macerators as well. So we'll see, but I think the core of it is done. I'm gonna go ahead and drop in, I guess, a bunch of crap, and we'll just see how it goes. If it gets stuck up somewhere, you know, I'll fix the problems as they appear, and I'm sure it will. But it's to be expected, you know. Oh, I didn't round robin this. Round robin, and over here as well. There you go, Robin. Let's put that back in. It's nice that I can just drop things in exactly wherever I want them to go as well. Small little benefit. Oh, I forgot to power the new ones. There we go. How much of a strain on the power grid is this going to be? Pulling 3 amps right now? I think that will be too much. Might need to add another combustion generator here. And then I'm using 4x, so I can do 4 max at the moment. So I need to watch that, because getting a little high there with the usage, but I think that's with everything going. Centrifuge isn't going right now. is kind of shocking. I guess it has to get macerated again. Yeah, so that'll probably take a little while. I threw some more stone dust in there. Okay, apparently that's a 108-second long operation, by the way. So maybe I don't want stone dust going in there after all. Anyways, that's now all the machines are being used. Let's check the pool. Okay, we're at 4 amps, but I can support that. I just can't go any higher. So I'll have to be aware of that if I do want to add more machines. Oh yeah, I do need to add another combustion generator, but I think I have one. Yeah, I do. So the oil's really going to be the main thing to watch with this. We're going to be burning it, that's for sure. All right, well, now we have 4 true amps of input at all times. So if I leave this and go do whatever, shouldn't ever run out of power with all this running. So that's the main important part, because if that runs out of power, then this runs out of power, and then the clean room is going to be a pain in the butt to fix up. So yeah, just got to be aware of it. Anyways, the buffers are not filling up right now, so I think we are doing pretty well. I'm just going to fix the stone dust thing, and I think the rest of it will probably be good to go, so that's a relief. Here's my very elegant solution to the stone dust. I just took this drawer from downstairs, put it right here at the beginning on priority 10. Obviously, only stone dust can go in there, so I'm pretty sure if I drop this 31 stone dust in, it should just go right into that drawer. Yeah, there it is. So, I think that solves all of the major problems with this. Do you know what? I have no idea how long this episode has been. It's been a bit of a weird recording because I was just explaining stuff for most of it. But I'm not ready to do any of the crazy big things this week, like the vac nuke or whatever. So this seemed like the next best option. Next thing I'll do, probably going to upgrade this a lot. Well, I say that, but I also need more power. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but the big goal is getting the vac nuke set up with stab alloy, extreme entity crusher generation for uranium. Don't know how long that'll take, but anyways, we're making good progress here. So yeah, I guess this is EV tier. Oh yeah, and I'm making a lot of titanium. That's also my other priority. But now that I can process this rutile a lot, or this ilmenite a lot faster, I can get more rutile to speed up everything else as well. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a good week. All that fun stuff. Anyways, see you later.